Have you ever walked through a forest and just felt something? Like you're in the presence of something ancient, something wise. Well, it turns out you are more right than you could possibly imagine. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on a hidden world, a secret network that is absolutely going to change the way you see a forest forever. And it all kicks off with one radical question.
Just think about this for a second. Forget everything you think you know about trees just standing there alone. Instead, what if you imagine them as a single, connected, and intelligent community? I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But the thing is, the science behind this is very, very real.
Okay, so to really get how huge this idea is, we first have to talk about the story we've all been told for over 100 years. The traditional old-school view of the woods. For the longest time, we saw the forest as this brutal battlefield. The old story was all about competition, right? Every tree for itself, in this constant individual struggle. They're all fighting their neighbors for a little bit of sunlight, for water, for space. It was pure survival of the fittest. But now, a totally new story is coming to light, one that flips the script from competition to cooperation, and from lonely struggle to an incredible community connection.
So what on earth caused this massive shift in thinking? Well, it turns out for all those years, we were basically looking in the wrong place. The real answer wasn't up in the canopy. It was in a world completely hidden from our view.
Yeah, for centuries, we were all focused on the drama happening above ground. The race to get the most sunlight. But that was only half the story. The real secret, the discovery that unlocked this whole thing, was lying right there, hidden in the soil, right beneath our feet. And this is what scientists found. It's called a mycorrhizal network. Okay, let's break that word down. Myco means fungus, and rhizal means root. So what is it? It's a massive underground internet made of these tiny microscopic fungal threads that actually connect to tree roots, linking them all together into one giant forest-wide web. Now, mycorrhiza network is the proper scientific term, but it pretty quickly got a much catchier name, one that just clicks, a name that perfectly captures what it does. Scientists started calling it the Wood Wide Web, an organic living internet that connects the entire forest. So, if there's an internet for trees, what kind of information is flowing through it? What are they, saying to each other? How are these trees actually using this network to communicate? Well, the answer is absolutely astounding. Okay, check this out. Let's say one tree gets attacked by a bunch of hungry insects. It doesn't just suffer in silence. It immediately blasts out these chemical distress signals through that fungal network. Its neighbors get the warning, and here's the incredible part. They start pumping out their own chemical defenses before the insects even get to them. It's a forest-wide early warning system. But it gets even crazier. This isn't just an alarm system. This network is basically a superhighway for sharing the building blocks of life. So get this, trees are actively moving resources around. They're sharing carbon, water, and other key nutrients through the network, sending them to other trees that are struggling or need a helping hand. Now, a network this complex, one that can share food and send out warnings, it has to have some kind of organization, right? It needs hubs, command centers, and that leads us to one of the most incredible discoveries in this whole field. I mean, if this is a biological superhighway, who's directing all the traffic? Who's in charge? Who is running this massive and complicated system? And the answer? Wow. It was uncovered by a pioneering scientist named Suzanne Simard, and what she found is as profound as it is poetic. They're called the mother trees. These are the absolute hearts of the forest. Mother trees are the biggest, oldest, and most connected trees in the whole network. They act like central hubs, communicating with hundreds of other trees. They actually nurture the young saplings growing in the shade, sending them critical nutrients through the network until they're big enough to reach the sunlight themselves. They even send help to their struggling neighbors. And sometimes they're not even the same species. They are truly the matriarchs, the guardians of the entire community. So when you put all of this together, the network, the communication, the resource sharing, the mother trees, you end up with a conclusion that is genuinely mind-bending. That old idea of a forest being a bunch of individual competitors, it's gone. The new understanding is that a forest acts more like a single intelligent superorganism, connected and communicating in ways we are only just beginning to figure out. So why does all this matter? Because it completely rewrites our fundamental understanding of how nature works. It shows us a world that isn't just built on competition, but on these incredible levels of cooperation and, dare I say, collective intelligence. A forest isn't just surviving together, it's working together, thinking together, and thriving together. And this discovery really just leaves us with one final, amazing thought. If this complex, hidden society exists in every forest, just imagine what else is out there. What other secret conversations and hidden networks are humming with life, right beneath our feet, just waiting for us to listen?